Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Mike Delisio.
Today we're taking a look at Rattlesnake, designed by Michael Hardacre, which sounds like he was in this time frame of cowboys.
It kind of does.
I'm Michael Hardacre, and I'm here to clean up this town.
Fastest gun in the West.
That's what this is. This is a two-player cowboy shoot-up card game. And the box says 15 minutes, and it is not lying.
Very much.
This is a deck builder, sort of.
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let me show you how it plays. In this game, each player has 4 hit cards. If you lose all 4 of your hit cards, you lose the game. You also have identical decks of cards that are numbered from 1 to 5, each of these cards having a special ability on it. So at the beginning of each round, players are going to draw 5 cards in their hand. Doesn't matter whose turn it is. So whoever's turn it is will have the gun. They're the attacker. But both players draw up to 5 cards. Then the attacker has 2 options, and they can do this in any order. They can buy one of these cards in the middle. To buy a card in the middle, you simply discard any 2 of your cards. You buy the card that you want. This card will come into your hand, and then that card is replaced. You can only do that once per turn. Sometimes when a card is replaced, it will be an event card. So here's an event card that comes out. That event card, this one says draw 1 more card each turn. So now we're drawing 6. And that will stay in play for the rest of the game, and it will take up the spot of the available cards for people to buy. There's this event card here, which in a successful attack does an extra hit, is always in the game. Now, when your deck runs out of cards, you'll shuffle it and put these cards back in it. And if you ever hit, your hit card goes into your deck. This can be used to buy a card if you want to. But that's how the game is going to work. Also, every card has a special ability. It says discard your hand, draw 3. I can play this on anyone's turn, whether I'm an attacker or defender. But when you play a card for special ability, it goes to the graveyard. It is no longer part of your deck. Discard my hand, so this would go to the discard, and then draw 3. And you can play as many cards as you want, but the more cards you play, the smaller your deck is going to get. The other thing you can do on your turn is attack. When the attacker attacks, they play at least 1 card, but they can play as many cards as they want. They can play any cards they want as a bluff if they're in their hand. The defender can play as many cards as they want, but they don't have to play any. You then will reveal them. So here's a 4, 4, 5, and a 1, 2, 3. You're going to play either a run of cards, 1, 2, 3, or cards of the same. So here we have 2 4s against a 1, 2, 3. When this happens, there are more cards here, 3 to 2, because the 5 doesn't count. So this side is winning. If, for example, I played a card that allows me to modify a card by 1, and there are cards that let you do that, so maybe on my turn, I will play a card that changes this 5 to a 4. And when now I play this distract card, plus or minus 1, any card in play, I now have 3 4s. So I have 3 to their 3. When that's a tie, then the 3 of a kind would beat 3 in a row. You could also just play 1 card, 4 versus 1, or 1 wins. At that point, I'm winning. So we keep going back and forth until somebody wins. If the defender wins, nothing happens. All cards are discarded, you keep going. If the attacker wins, all cards are discarded, but the defender must take a wound. Regardless of what happens, and remember, you don't have to attack on your turn, the next player becomes the attacker, and we keep going back and forth until eventually someone loses all their hits, and then the other player wins. Before we talk about the game, I want to give a big shout out to Roland McDonald, who did fantastic art in this. It really is just good art.
It really is. And I think maybe the game he's most known for is Western Legends in the same kind of time period, right?
Yeah, you need a Western game artistically done. He would be the person. This is not a big game at all.
No.
This is a small game where you each have an identical set of cards and then a small little deck of cards that you are adding to your deck. There is 5 different cards for each number and then 5 other different cards that you can throw in. And it works so well.
It really does.
It's such a smooth game. The key rule, which we figured out because we played it wrong once,
first time,
was when you play an action card, that card is gone forever.
Yes.
And that, it's kind of you have a weird thing with that. At first you're like, well, I don't want to get rid of these because I want to lose the cards. And then after a while you're like, I need to play as many of these as I can.
Absolutely.
then you come back and be like, wait, I'm playing too many. I'm losing the cards I need. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's almost like hand management is built into the game. You know what I mean? And you were talking earlier about how it's not a big game. I feel like if this was released 10, 12 years ago, you would almost be calling it one of those micro games that were so popular at the time. It almost has that feel.
Yeah, it says there's 65 cards. So it's a deck of cards.
Right.
But, man, it's one of those games when we're finished, I was like, I don't know that this needs anything else. It has the 5 different events.
Yeah.
Of which, or 6 different events. You're only going to see 5 in a game. And they feel good.
Yeah.
There's 10 cards. They feel good. Mm-hmm. You also know all the cards. This game comes with these reference cards,
right,
which it should.
Yes.
And yet I never look at them because I know exactly. The card is so obvious as what to do.
Yeah, especially after the first game. I mean, what I think it pulls off a neat trick of is kind of what you're saying is that it's able to kind of feel almost like a micro game, but there's 60-some cards. It's because you're not necessarily accounting for all of those cards at any given time, right? You've got the basic cards. You're going to figure that you're going to kind of internalize those very quickly. And then the other cards are kind of variations on some of those themes. So it's a really cleverly designed game.
And the game is designed to continue to move. The last event card's always a hit does 2 damage.
Right.
I don't know if I played a game yet where that's come into play.
You're usually shooting someone out.
There's an event that says if the defense wins, they do a hit, which doesn't normally happen. That speeds the game up. The other event that slows the game down is when it says draw 1 less card.
Right, sure.
But, man, it's a nice back and forth. It allows a little bit of bluffing. I could be like, I'm attacking you with 4 cards. And
right.
you're like, well, why should I waste any cards defending? But do you really have that? And then you could always play the card that says discard everything and now flip the top card of the pile.
Yeah.
Which sounds lucky, but that can still be mitigated beyond that.
It can. But that is my favorite card in the game. I don't know. There's something about, because then it almost really feels like a duel, right?
You're mavering it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to draw that top card.
Yeah.
I can't really go much more into talk about this other than I will say that the 2 of us are reviewing this, but almost everyone here has played it.
Yes.
And it is, I can't speak for Mike, but everyone else has liked it a lot. Yeah. I'm giving this an 8.5. I think this is a fantastic, fast 2-player game. This is, if you're traveling with somebody, this would be a great game to bring with you that you can play in a very small space. I think you could play this on a plane almost.
Yeah, I think you could.
You could play this in a very little tables. This is an in-between. This game is just a great filler 2-player game that I can teach and have running, and it doesn't feel like it's going to get old anytime quickly.
Yeah, and I'm not much lower than you. I'm at an 8. And for me, actually, that's pretty high praise for this type of game, because this is a type of game, direct, head-to-head, cards with powers. I don't tend to love those games. Quite honestly, those usually just are kind of
like a collectible card game.
Almost, right? This one works for me very well. This is one that I would play at any time. It's so fast. You can build a little bit of a meta when you play the same person 3, 4, 5 games in a row, but you don't need that for the game to be good. It's another little thing you can add to it. So really solid card game.
Well, there you go, folks. That is Rattlesnake. I'm Tom.
I'm Mike.
We'll see ya. Should have worn a cowboy hat for this. I don't know what I was thinking.
I know.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.